Hi everybody, it's Wendy. We have a little bit of an echo because I'm in the restroom at my shop. This is Wendy with the Elwyn Cottage in Pocatello, Idaho, and in the USA. Welcome to the Aussie Transfer Decor page. I'm live today showing you one of our stencils that we have. It's amazing. It's so fun. Every day we have somebody on at different times throughout the day. Hey Jessie, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you. And today we're talking about a stencil. And these are not just stencils. These are extra large, amazing stencils. This is the Art Deco arches. And I'll kind of show you around here a little bit. I'm literally in the restroom of my shop. Like, we're in the restroom. It's in the front restroom. But it's one that gets a lot of traffic. And if you have your own store, or if you've ever been in a store that has artwork or stuff in the bathrooms, you know, you always look at it. It's beautiful. So it's time for this to get a makeover. Hey, Jessie. Hello. And so from Australia, I'm in Idaho. Welcome. So tonight, like I said, we are using the Art Deco arches. It's a stencil that is 24 by 20 inches. So it's quite large. It's quite sturdy. It's got a very heavy backing. It's really good to use with mud, with paints, with inks. I'm gonna use waxes, gilding waxes tonight, which is a different medium. It's an oil base, but it really works well. It's blending well. I'm gonna try to tilt you up a little bit. Hey sister, if you could see up above, I already did one row up by the ceiling, and now I'm doing the second row. And like I before with the, oh, you sprinkled it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pixie dusted. I'm gonna try not to put my hand in the way. Hello, Yvonne. Hey, Shelly. Hello, hello, thank you. Pixie dust away. So I've reattached it down. And when I did the first top part, I did not do the bottom half here because that way it left me room to lay it over the top of the next layer. So when you are layering your stencils, you always want to layer over a layer. Like I will not do this one again. So I will pull this off, move it down. I'll have this open space, which will enable me. Hi, Deb. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Hey, Charlie. Hi. Hi, you guys. But by not doing the bottom section of a stencil, it enables me to continue to layer over layer in a continual step and process. Now, if you don't want to leave the space or you forget, I forget a lot and I just go onto it, then let it have a few hours to dry up if it's till dry before you put your stencil over top, because you don't want to put it over too soon and have it get muddy. If it does get muddy, what's nice with a stencil, it dries pretty quick. You can take your base paint that you have, small brush, and just kind of touch up, okay? So don't ever feel like a little smear or an oops is a epic failure and you have to start over. You don't. You just take some paint and you cover it over. So, oh, hey Donna, welcome. So we are going to use, like I said, we're using a couple different gilding waxes. I like to use 3 colors. I've got a couple that are gilding waxes from Dixie Belle, and I also have one that's from Alchemy Prima redesign. This one I really love. It's Indian pink. You washed your brush. Wonderful. Yay. And I like to use stencil brushes. You can also use foam makeup applicators. You can use foam daubers. I like these because they hold a little bit more of the gilding waxes on. Gilding waxes are an oil-based product, so it does stay a little more hydrated. It doesn't dry out so fast as like paint does. And I, up above, which I'll show again when we get up there, I did the darker color. And with a stencil, you just want to daub. I did this darker color in the centers. And now if any of you saw my live Thursday, I was working on this beautiful woman, and these colors kind of inspire me because this is in the same facility. You can see that okay. I'm just daubing it on. And now with a large stencil, you may see, why do we have these tape marks here in the center? Even though you've taped the sides, Zinc by Dixie Belle, it is my favorite gilding wax. It is mine too. But if you didn't have these here, these large pieces, can you kind of see that it pops a little. So your stencil kind of has a tendency to shift. So if you're going to use a large stencil, which is amazing, 20 by 24 inches, put some tape in the middle to help secure it, to be almost like a fourth and fifth hand, okay? Because you can easily move it as you get to that section. But to begin with, it's going to help keep it secure. You want your stencil to be as secure on your surface as possible. And when you're doing it on a wall, it has a lot of motion. And so extra fingers, like you see, I've used lots of tape. Do not be frugal with the tape, because that's what's going to help you have a secure image and clean lines. Now for me, I don't mind if the lines, see how it pops right here? So I need to hold it down. If I had another little piece of tape, I would have just put a little piece of tape right next to it. But that's going to help keep your lines crisp. I like it to look like it's been here a while. I don't want it to look like I just did this stencil. Now see, this part here was not done. I don't see if you can see right up there at the top. But this I laid over top was already done. So that helps give you a continuum of your piece. Sorry, my hand is in the way for a minute. I'll just kind of go like this. Now I feel if it has a little bit of a feathering underneath, it looks like it's been there a while. And that's kind of the stencil I'm going for on these walls. In a few minutes, I'll pull you back and you can see I've got a rail about halfway. So my image is only going to be like a top wallpaper. So I'm using the zinc, and then I'm going to follow up and mix it together with the silver, and then I'm going to follow in with that Indian pink. Now Indian pink is kind of giving me a little bit of reminiscence of my lady on the door, who I have to say I'm quite excited. I'm sorry I wasn't quite done with her yet. I've been super busy this week, which is a good thing. It's a really good thing to be busy. But she's coming along nicely. So if you've seen before, I used a adhesive decor decoupage paper, self-adhesive decoupage paper. Because what's nice with the Aussie is, see, I'm not going to go into this section. It's not just stencils. We have dry rub transfers, and we have self-adhesive. Indian pink is from Redesign by Prima. It is one of their art alchemy waxes, which I really love. It stains a little bit more. You can see it on the stencil where I've used it earlier. It has a little bit more of a staining, like almost an ink pigment, but it doesn't bother me. I don't mind. I like it. And that's what's nice about so many products on the market. Dixie Belle plays well with Prima Redesign. They play well with Wise Owl. Everybody plays nice. That's what's nice about creative people, is we all play nice. We all get along. We all share each other's videos. We learn from each other. And Aussie Decor is growing. And it's just exciting to be on board with this company, to see how it grows and develops over time. And like I said, we have, in the United States, we have the stencils, the transfers, and the self-adhesive. So I've used the zinc. I'm just gonna set the brush down. Now with a project like this with a gilding wax, I wanna just maybe use a Ziploc bag to keep it, so it's not gonna dry out right away. Now I'm using the silver. It is a little bit smaller of a brush, but again, I really like these. You can find these with, I think these are Jack Richardson's. I know Prima's got some, and you can just daub it to keep your lines clean. Or if you're like me, I don't mind. I like it a little blended, because I'm going to feather from the zinc to the silver, and then from the silver, we're going to put the Indian pink. So we're doing an ombre within the stencil. And so by using the natural bristle brushes, it blends really easy with the two colors. It is a textured wall with a satin finish paint. I cleaned it well with my white lightning. But you could also use any kind of a cleanser for your walls. You don't have to use white lightning. The only thing that I suggest with cleaning before you apply any kind of paints or gilding waxes is a cleaner without ammonia, okay? Because ammonia will cause yellowing and tannins to really pull through. So if you're going to use a cleaner other than white lightning, please do not use anything that contains ammonia, Because a lot of times people just use their Windex, which is fine, but you don't realize it, and you get Windex that has ammonia, and ammonia pulls the tannins. So after you've painted, you're putting your top coat on, you think you're finished, that ammonia decides to wake up, and it gives you tannins. Not nice. It does not play well with others. So avoid ammonia at all cleaning costs. And so this goes on really nice. It has a little bit of an odor, but it's not like a headache odor or anything like that. And after it dries, it does dry scent free after that. But these stencils, you can use mud, you can use putty, you can use spackle. They're so nice with these large, deep impressions. There's so many things you can do with them. I'm putting it on a wall today. Like I said, you can put it on concrete, you can put it on furniture, of course. You can do it on fabric. There's endless possibilities. So, yes, ammonia is terrible. Yes, the slight blue tint in the zinc is gorgeous. And it makes it stand out and be unique. And now after I've pulled the stencil off and it's dried, if I feel it needs just another little pop on these buttons, I can go back in with a small little brush and add some more color. You know, it's never a bad, with me, a project is never finished. It's finished when it finally goes out the door. I had a couple custom pieces and I put the Aussie wildflower transfers on it. It was absolutely stunning. But the longer it stayed in the shop, the more of stencils, dry rub transfers I was adding to it. So I was like, she needs to get out of here before I cover the whole thing, because our products are so amazing. The colors are so vibrant. The stencils, the quality of the cuts are so precise. And now this one here, it's time to move that. So I'm just gonna move it over here. But that really does help. Like I said, I should have had one more over here to help. And once you've started applying a wax or a paint, it helps adhere itself down. So you don't need so many extra fingers. I appreciate you guys pixie dusting it around to let others know about these amazing products. Hey, Becky. Hello, my dear. Beautiful day we had today here in Pocatello, didn't we, Becky? Becky is one of my longtime friends. Known her for a long time. Good people. That's what's fun about living in a small community. We become friends with people. We all stay here. We don't move. And you become friends for life. And same with arts, people that do arts and crafts and painters. We all support each other. So I'm moving it to still hold it down, because see, it still wants to lift right here. You pixie dusted, thank you, Yvonne. I really appreciate it. Or if you have a friend that maybe you were talking about stenciling the other day, about maybe stenciling her floor or her curtains. Drop cloth curtains is a really fun thing to do lately. Everybody's using those for fabric. Tag their name in here if you think they would enjoy the products that we have available with Aussie. And now is the best time to get in with Aussie and join the Aussie Decor Aussie Decor Transfers Creative Club. Is a great time to join that right now, because in May, if you buy a product from us and you use it on a piece of something, anything, furniture, clothing, whatever you want to use it on, and you post it in that creative content group and you put hashtag Aussie Awesome May 2021, you could be entered to win a fabulous prize of $150 in Aussie dollars of items of your choice. All you have to do is play along and show us how creative you are. So if you've been thinking about buying something, Kristen, wink, wink, and you haven't yet, now is the time to buy, because now you can enter in the contests. And Christy, we still haven't seen your amazing trunk on our site. So, black, the zinc, which is like a black blue. Isn't it a pretty stencil, Betty? Thank you. I wish I could take credit for it, but I didn't design it. We'll give Deb props for that. She's the creator of this company. But yeah, you want to follow along on the Aussie Decor Transfer Creative Club? Tag some friends. Let them know that we're here and how fun we're having. This here is the Indian Red. I'm using a little bit of smaller brush. And again, I'm just daubing it on, but you can also brush it as well. Now, if you're really finicky and you just want really sharp, precise edges on your stencils, you can do a clear coat first, then apply your color, or you can use the color. Let's say this was the base color, and you need to put stuff on there. I know she does, huh? These girls are so talented and they're not sharing. But if you were painting this wall and you wanted really crisp lines with your stencil and you didn't have any clear, you can use the base color as your first coat. So you can put your stencil down, put your base coat over first, let it dry, leave your stencil on there, just a thin coat, doesn't have to be heavy. After it dries, then go back, follow up with your stencil. And that's gonna give you a really beautiful sharp line. So you can use your base coat as your first coat of primer before you use your stencil. That works well too, because then you won't have any bleed through at all. So if you have any other kind of tricks about bleed through on stencils, do share it. Share it in the comments. We'd love to hear what you've done in the past that's worked for you. Like I said, I've used the clear coat and I've used the same color. And now I know just because the way I'm doing it, I'm gonna have some fuzziness, and that's okay. I'm probably, after it dries, gonna go through and even sand it a little bit because I really want it to look like it's been here forever. This building has been here for a long time, and I want this wall treatment to look like it's always been here. So I'm kind of nostalgia that way. I like it to look old. I love making things clean and new to look old. So I hope you can see okay with my hand in the way. And now with Aussie Decor, we've got 10 of these stencils that are available in the United States. All 24 by 20, beautiful size. We've got 8 of the self-adhesive decoupage papers, which have a self-stick back to them, which is what I used Thursday. Those are so versatile. You can use the whole image, you can cut it. It applies nicely. You just have to seal the edges. Then we also have our dry rub transfers, which is the most common item that people are used to seeing. And we have 9 styles of those available in the United States. Now, Aussie Decor, as you know, of course, Aussie is in Australia. They're in the UK. They're in Ireland. They're all over the United States. There's several different. Yes, it's nice to see them, isn't it, Deb? I know, and I know they've got some work under their belt, so I keep egging them to see their talent. So we are across the globe. So if you go and you order from the link up above, you'll select where you're at, which currency you use, and then it'll show you what's available from your distributorship. Each distributorship's got a little bit different products. So that's always fun too. And there's always something new coming out. Wink, wink, I'm sure. It's a new year. We're growing leaps and bounds. The products have been amazing. The colors are vibrant. And so I'm just blending it down. I'm going to do a few different ways so you can see like a smudgy mark. Like I said, depending on what you use, let it dry. Don't try to go back while it's all wet and touch up your lines. Let it dry. And then just go back with a little artist brush and fill back in with your original color. It's making it so much easier than trying to remove wet product on a wet piece of art. Because we all are all artists. And now the gilding waxes are hey Krista, oil-based. And so you would not want to mix these with any water-based products because oil and water just kind of don't mix. looking pretty good. Like I said, it's looking a little muted. I don't want it to be really bold because when I'm done here, I will show you the door. That is basically, she's the standalone image in this room. And so now everything that I'm doing for this room is going to just be a muted, soft palette. That's why I think sanding it back is going to be really pretty because it's just going to be lighter. You can use patina products with this. You could use inks, crayons, chalks. Chalks, if you like to do chalks or pastel charcoals, they work wonderful stencils. Kids love it too, because you can literally just tape it right down onto the paper, onto their table, and give them a box of chalk and see how beautiful their rainbows come out. Because this one here, this Art Deco arches. I mean, you could turn it the other way. It looks like flowers. It looks like Art Deco. You could turn it sideways for just geometric images. A lot of people think they see like flowers, daisies. Imagination is limitless. And for your stencil, you can use natural bristle brushes. You can use sponges. You can use cosmetic sponges. You can use cotton balls. Depends on what your medium is. But really, the best way, if you want nice, is just to daub. And while you're daubing, you could come up with a song. If you're real musically inclined, you could make music while you're daubing. I'm not musically inclined, as we've seen before on the guitar challenge, where everybody wanted me to play the guitar and sing. That didn't work. For those of you that have been following me faithfully, I appreciate it so much. This is my 1 month with the company, and I'm having such a good time meeting all of you and bringing my world into your world, my creative quirkiness. I hope I'm inspiring you, and I appreciate you tuning in and sharing me with your friends, because that's how businesses grow, is by sharing. I can sing. Yeah, Kristen, I don't think so. But thank you. And see, it's not moving at all now. I could probably almost take off these third hands here. I'm going to go a little taller. I'll try not to put my hand. We had a lot of technical difficulties the other day. Happy 1 month. I know, huh? It's pretty exciting. I can't believe it's already gone this fast. I look at the projects that I have and the pieces that have already been commissioned. I've been doing so many custom pieces. Everybody is loving the wildflowers. So even if you're not going to buy anything today, go take a peek at the link at the website and just look at all the vibrant colors, the flamingos, the birds, the flowers. The lighthouse is absolutely gorgeous. I'm excited. I think I have that one coming up pretty soon. The stencils, the designs, the 10 different stencils, I just want to own them all because they're all so unique. So much you could do with them. You can cake decorate. I mean, you could decorate your cake with these. Hey, Jill. Hey. Hey, Michaela. Hello, Michelle. You guys, this is great. Yes, the car is amazing. The Boys Toys, I think it's called. It's got some amazing, amazing cars and trains. That's one thing I do know. I've used several different dry rub transfers in the past, and the Aussie Decor is the colors and the quality and how many pieces you get is just amazing. Absolutely stunning. So well worth the value. Okay, so I'm about, whoops. So you think you're done, you're not done. It's like, don't step down. I have been doing a ton of custom pieces, and everybody that's been doing a custom piece, I really am excited to see they want the Aussie Decor transfers on them. Why? Because they're unique. They're beautiful. You're going to have a custom piece, one of a kind. You know, when you order your Aussie Decor, either the self-adhesives or the dry rub transfers or even the stencils, this is a new company. You're going to be first. You know, not everybody on your block's going to have one of these. You know, even if you all have the same IKEA furniture, put some of this on there and you're going to stand out. You're going to have an image all on your own. Be unique. Be a trendsetter. So I think I'm excited. I want to do some bleaching. One of the girls that we have here, she does bleached kind of tie-dye and bleached shirts. I thought a stencil would be really pretty with the bleach on it. So, like I said, there's only so much you can watch somebody daub. So, but it's fun. And hopefully you're going to be excited. If you haven't used a stencil yet, this is one of the ones to do because they don't have a lot of tiny little details. They don't get folded. They're very firm. They're very sturdy. So as you're moving and playing, you're not going to bend it and have problems with it. I've had some other stencils that I love, but they're so fragile because they're so thin of a product that they bend. Well, these are very, very substantial. Well worth it. And now to clean it, this is an oil-based product. I could use my White Lightning, which is a cleaner that I get with Dixie Belle. Or again, you could use scrubby soap. You can use your household cleaners. You can use wipes, things like that. But with the oil, you want something that's going to cut the oil a little bit more. Crud cutter, thing like that. So scrubby soaps are amazing. White Lightning is amazing if you're trying to take off wax or any oil-based product. Now, if you're using a acrylic paint or a chalk mineral paint, soap and water, sudsy soap and water in a bin, wash it around, scrub it with a brush really good. You can watch me dab all day. It's almost therapeutic. I was doing it earlier up there and I'm like, it was warm. I'm like, this is kind of cool. So now I have stenciled. Again, I've left this here so I can show you how to move it down. I do apologize. So I left this here. And like I said, if I have any smearing, that's okay. I'm okay with smears because I'm going to sand the heck out of it anyway. But now if you wanted it to be very crisp, you would have put a clear coat first or your base coat. Look how pretty. Oh, that came out really pretty, you guys. A little bit of messy here, but that's okay. And that's where I still had that bubble. Remember I was saying it still was moving a little bit right here? I could have used another piece of tape to help secure it. Okay, and so now I'm going to take this, and because I have those images there, normally I would give it at least 15 or 20 minutes, but for tonight I'm just going to put it right on here so you can see how you line up the image. So you would just go right over. This would be dry. I'm not encouraging you to do it 2 seconds after you pull it down, but it helps you line up your image. And I always recommend new tape. But see, that way it helps you line it right up over the one that's already done to give you that continual line. And see, now it's very bubbly. See how it's very bubbly in there. And so that's where lots of blue tape, like I said, I'm not going to do more, but I want to show you how you just line it right up with the existing. Now pretend we gave it 20 minutes so it dried. For as seen on TV purposes, we're just going to go with the InstaVision. And so see how it's moving. Let me get you a little closer. See how it kind of bubbles? There's air between it. That hopefully should show you. And so that's where extra fingers, you'll want to secure that before you start stenciling. Because if you started to stencil right here like this, which is what I did up there, it's going to just smear underneath the stencil. So please don't think you're using too much tape. You can really never use too much tape, okay? You'll want to lay it down, press image. See how it's still moving? So tape is your friend, okay? I'm gonna move you back a little bit so you can see. Look looks pretty good. I'm using the 3 different colors. So it's getting a nice ombre of color, a little bit of pink. Let's see if I can turn you guys around. I'm down here. Hi. So this is a peek into my shop. For those of you that weren't maybe on, see, there she is. Oh, she's so pretty. And I've painted her all the way down to the floor. So that's what I did and started on Thursday. Now this is the self-adhesive. I cut it out. And then, put my hand out of the way. I painted her all the way to the floor. So, it is a girl crush, isn't it? It's really fun. So, with her being that major focal point in here, with the pink and the red, that's why I'm going with the stencil, even though it's kind of vibrant with the zinc and the silver and the Indian pink. When I sand it, it's going to get a lot more muted of a look. Let me get back up here so you can see me. So it's going to be a very softer look. So, thank you, Deb. I know I was kind of hoping she would be ready, and I'm such an artsy, I have a vision and I want her to be exactly like my vision. I'll get her there. It'll be really good. So, but see, as this is here, I've done 2 rows, continual. This is the 3rd row. And by laying it over that empty spot that was on the bottom. Thank you, Krista. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, her kimono is going to be beautiful. I have, did it a few different times. I think I'm going to take you guys here. I'm going to take you off. Excuse my hand. Everyone, we're going on a field trip. My hand is always in the way, you guys. I need to get a manicure. I look here. And see this here, I just did watered down paint. Whoops, there's her face. Right here. And then her body really is quite stunning. So she's gonna be really pretty. I'm really, really proud of her. And look at all the way to the floor. So she is absolutely stunning. And then I've taken her sleeve. I've just kind of created my own image of what her sleeve would look like. We're still going to add some of this color, the splatters. I'm just really going to make her unique, So even though you've done it and you've seen it on a dresser, okay, she put it on a door, you don't have to stop there. You can get as creative as you can be, and just really show off what's your imagination, what's in there, because you never know. And same with this. I'm going to turn you again. I hope I don't hang up on you. We're going up to the top. So you can see. And see, this is already dried. Now, if it was already dry below, I would go ahead and sand this and show you. But if I was to sand this right now, because I am super excited, the sanding and the dust would then just stick to the pieces that are below that aren't quite ready. But it gives you a flawless transition from one to the other. And then, whoops, getting jiggy. Now here, lined it right up. And now I'll continue on. She would be stunning, yes, and painted, definitely. I can't wait to see you do it, Betty. Yeah, right? So that's exciting. And in fact, where are you? There you are. She was the first piece I did, right here. But before this, I cut her out on this one. I did her full size. See if you can see. It's kind of dark in my store. But we're going to go on a field trip. Because I still haven't even priced her because I kind of love her. It's kind of dark. Apologize for the dark. But there she is. And it's amazing. That's the full sheet, uncut. Sorry for the blur. And then mine on the door is cut. So just by cutting out the silhouette completely changes the entire look of the adhesive decoupage paper. So again, don't be afraid. Try it. Be amazing. Be you. Be unique. And follow along with Aussie Decor, the Aussie Decor Transfer Club, Creative Club. And can I bring my supply cup? I love. Yes. Bring your sippy cup, your snacks. We're going on a field trip. But so for tonight, I was showing you the stencil, and now you kind of see how I'm taking the stencil, I'm creating something that's going to complement the vision over here and her beauty, and she's really going to stand out. And the rest of it, I have a wood trim, so I'm going to stop the image here. So just this top wall, I'm all about a feature wall, and then I'll probably put a very ornate mirror on that wall. So yes, road trip, let's all go. Bucky's parking lot, bring me some Bucky nuts. Yeah, is that what those are called? And so now for those of you that are on with us all the time, and I so appreciate it. I so appreciate it, okay? Please, I challenge you, tag somebody that maybe hasn't seen an Aussie live yet. Tag them. Let's spread the love. Sprinkling is amazing. I appreciate it from the soul of my heart. But if you tag them, I can comment. I can ask them questions. I can maybe answer those questions they're thinking about. But because they're in the comments, I'm able to say, hi, did you see something? Do you have a question? And we can really bring awareness to these creative, amazing people that we have out there in our lives. So, hello, Julie. Hello, hello. So yeah, share. So this is me. This is my stencil. Deb, thank you for being on. She's the lady. She's the owner, the creator. If you have a question and you see Deb's been commenting, ask her questions. If you're wanting to be an Aussie content creator or a stockist where you carry these supplies in your store worldwide, she's your lady. She's who you want to talk to. Because I can guarantee you, if you do have a store and you put these in your store, you are going to be unique because these are like none other. The colors are amazing. If you're a customer or a DIYer and you want to stand out and want to be that person, this is it. My link's up above. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Please, Donna, yes, ask questions. Put them in the feed. Deb's on here. I'm on here. Krista's on here. There's lots of us, lots of content creators. There's brand ambassadors. There's distribution centers. We're here to help you. We're excited to get you creative and get you thinking. So on that note, that's all for tonight. Thank you. Follow Pixie Dust. Tag your friends. Get creative. Show me what you got and stay tuned because there'll be another one of us tomorrow. I'll hopefully have her done by the end of the week. I'll have the wall finished. Shelly, if you come to work, you know what you're going to help me with. Yeah, I can't wait to sand it. I want to give it that old world feel, like it's been there forever. So, oh, thank you, Deb. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you bringing me on board. So, and remember about ammonia. Don't want to clean with ammonia because it brings the tannins out. Don't want to be afraid of using lots of tape to hold down your transfers. Tag your friends. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you. You guys have a fabulous Monday. Stay tuned. Bye.